What up, folks? How's everyone here? Gonna get started today. We already got started. 502 world records, man. I'm at 502 world records, right? Like I said, I know folks is in their feelings, right? Here, this is where I get my money from. Like I said, you know what I mean? And sometimes when I'm walking around and stuff, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is my job, full career. So I'm at work today. Step into my office. And my office is the only place I have my own office. I mean, like I said, man, you know, I just love it, man. Like, you know, I'm a corporate CEO, I'm independent, man. You understand? That's everything is 100% real, 100% official tissue over here. You know, this is the problem. You know, folks, you know, they'll feel like they've accomplished something. You know, you got a lot of folks in Brownsville, man. You know, they'll get their own gym, or they got a homeboy, and they homeboy let them work at the gym and let them train a couple of people, and then, you know, they feel like they something that they got, and, you know what I mean? And then, you know, they got a hyper overinflated ego. Tell me when I'm lying. I know all these folks, man. That's the thing folks got to understand, man. I know everybody, man. I know everything. I know everybody. I know what's going on. I know reality. Like I said, that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's not really saying much. You know what I mean? You know, having a gym in Brownsville is not really saying much. You know, the question is, how did all these people, you know, even get to that point or be able to even do that? You know, why do they all have jobs and businesses? And it's because it's a network, and they all helping each other, and they all working together. You understand? And you can see what it is if you just pay attention. You can see that, you know, a lot of the businesses are being run off of what? Illegal funds. You can see what they doing. It's just common sense. You understand? So, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you know, and, you know, it is what it is. I mean, everybody want to role reverse everything. Like, nah, I think that people should make their money the right way. Like me, I make a harder living. If I make a couple of bucks a day, like today I got $2 in my pocket, you know, like dude handed me $2 cash, like, little stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I'll make like a buck a day or a couple of bucks doing what I do, working harder than everybody out here, training, right? And that's the thing, man. You know, folks in their feelings, but yet all you folks can do is work out. You understand what I'm saying? We already got a life, right? And, you know, everything's on me, man. All eyes are on me. I already made it to the promised land. They already told me it's in the reading. You understand? They already told me I made it. I told you. That's why I told you beforehand, right? I told you the other download said you made it. It said you impossible legend. You incredible legend. You made it. You know what I mean? I'm a legend. You know what I mean? Straight up. People been knowing I'm a legend. You know, they've been calling me that for my entire life. You know? So we out here today. We gonna try to do what we can. Like I said, I'm getting a lot done. We got martial arts videos ready to go with the bat suit on. You understand? What do we do already? We already got 100 pull-ups right here. Right? Wearing the armor of God, mind you. Right? I'll probably do some dips here. I just want to do like some other workout techniques and show y'all some of the other stuff that I'm doing and incorporating. I try to get out here and be creative. That's the thing. This is all about positivity and love and helping people and trying to build people up. And that's the thing. People got to understand, you know, the only thing that's tough is love. You know what I mean? The only thing that's strong is love. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, we got to get folks to work out of these mentalities that they have and acting like, you know, this fear-based stuff is tough. That's weakness. And see, I don't take any weakness. All I know is strength. You understand? Like, love is stronger than fear, but you got to have love within you, and you got to have love in your heart. Tell me what you want. You ain't never told a lie, right? I ain't never told a lie. Like I said, like, this is how I made it through everything. This is how I survived the impossible time and time again, because I got love in my heart, pure love. I got pure love for people. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what I go through. It don't matter what people say and do. I still got pure, unconditional love for humanity and people. And that's what this is about. Like we said, we just got divine confirmation. It's on your community wall. What does it say? It says your truth will help heal the world. Right, and that is my truth. My truth is that I'm truth and love in its embodiment. I ain't nothing but love. So when you see folks feel some way, and they in their feelings or whatever, they feel some way about love because that's all I am is pure love. That's what I've been my entire life. That's why I always looked at the world like y'all okay? What's up? You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but love over here, but it's also, standing on business and being about something. It's also about being credible. Credibility is everything within the rap game, and I'm a rapper, right? I'm a CEO of my own record label, Cashless Pain Records, right? Like I said, my own record labels, we outdid everybody financially, man, and I keep all my businesses like this. You know what I mean? I've sold millions of records, number one, and then we outdid them financially, and that money wasn't even from rap, right? So my whole point is, man, I don't have I don't have that. You got folks in Brownsville, they got opportunities, but they not going about doing things the right way. You understand? They look at everything as a game, and that's okay, for, whatever, for a time, but most criminals end up getting caught, right? Most criminals, at some point, they get caught. At some point, you get caught in the act of what you're doing. And that's the thing, it ain't nothing to brag about, it ain't nothing to glorify, and that's half the problem. They making this music and got these little, the fake rappers talk about this and that and promoting everything that they want the people out here to do, and that's not smart. It's not wise. I don't care what you gain. I don't care what you get. It's not worth it, and it's not okay, and it don't make no sense, and it ain't nothing to glorify, and it doesn't make you tough. What makes you tough is this right here. There's totally separate category. What y'all doing ain't tough. That's weakness. You understand? Because you're not being a man and getting up like me and making a hard-earned living. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how little money. At least you can get up and be a man and try. So see, this is reality right here. And everyone agrees and everyone knows, and the whole world vouches. I got everybody down here backing me and supporting me. You know what I mean? And it may not be everybody, but like I said, it's far and few. Folks that in their feelings, that's all good, and then they looking around like, man, everybody's cheering for them. I look out of place, right? Exactly. See, folks don't get vastly outnumbered, man. Because again, love conquers fear. It always does, it always has, it always will. And it's also the only reason I'm here. I shouldn't even be here, so I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy that I get to continue doing what I love. I'm happy that I get to get on here and speak publicly. And like I said, I don't even need clients because I'm going to make at least $1 today doing what I'm doing. Probably a little more, you know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty good. And if I keep it up, and I keep with the flow and I keep moving, I can make a little more than that. And that's okay with me because I'm independent. I have my own boss. Like I said, I don't have to depend on nobody. I'm self-sufficient, and I've been self-sufficient doing this for 3 years, my 3-year anniversary coming up, like March, April, May time, I believe. I'm a real boss. I'm a real CEO, right? And like I said, we all know what I've done. I sold 50-acre properties for over 100 racks. It ain't nothing. I have bank accounts of over $300,000. It ain't nothing. I made and spent millions every year consecutively independent capital. It ain't nothing. You understand? My point is, just like they said with that Max B interview, right? When they was talking with the producer, Dane Grease. And Dane Grease said, man, stuff is fake. He went just like that. He said, stuff is fake, right? He went just like that. He said, stuff is fake. He said, everything's fake, in other words, right? And he said, we run this at a street level. In this case, we in Texas, we not in New York, and I run this at a street level. You understand? People respect me because I've earned my respect. I came up through the jail. I came up through the system. I came up through the shelters. I won't say so much through the system, but I'm saying, I came up through everything, through the shelters, through the streets, I've been in a lot of trouble. I've been in a lot of different situations. I've also stood on a lot of business. I have a lot of history. I got all the stripes in the street, more stripes than a zebra. They're real stripes. And folks have to understand, you have to respect that. You have to respect me. And that's the thing. I'm about equality. I want equality for all my people. I want equality here. I want unity. And after being a product of adversity and things always being unfair towards me, whether it be here or anywhere, and that's all I do is speak up for myself and say the truth. And I'm going to continue to say the truth. I'm going to continue to say the truth. I'm going to continue to speak my mind. I'm going to continue to stand up for what's right at all costs. And it's just that simple. Me, quite frankly, I'm not in the business of folks' feelings. I'm in the business of what I need to do, and I'm in the business of being there. It's just that simple. And I continue to win. You feel me? So, said, I'm out here all day, every day, man. Everybody can come be a part of what I'm building. They can come be a part of what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's all up to them. If they want to actually work out and train, then I mean, they can come work out and train. But like, I'm out here in business. That's the thing. I'm out here with a purpose. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not out here wasting time. So, like I said, that's why you see me do my thing. I stay to myself, right? I'm here getting money. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing, bro. That's the thing. I don't run behind mountain. And like I said, you know, I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, man. This strength levels, strength training, strength levels are it's incredible. And I would like to be able to people that have clients, like folks want to, you know, be on whatever energy they want. Like, it is what it is. It's all good. That's out of my control. I accept that it's out of my control. I'm not trying to be in control. People don't have any control. I don't need it. You know what I mean? Usually, in a lot of situations, I'm always in control without trying. I always have power. So it was never anything that I had to chase or, you know, desire or wanted. I always had it. You know, on the attitude, I just want to do things the right way. Well, I mean, then we can go ahead and we can, you know, progress forward and move forward on that and on that goodness with people. You know, if they feel something, there's nothing I can do about that because I'm doing me, and I don't feel any way except proud of everything I've accomplished and me standing on business and being who I am. You understand? So it just is what it is. We got 3 likes already. So like I said, I get paid to talk. Most people don't. So you got to be thankful and appreciative for that blessing, right? And that's my whole deal, man. Like, you know, I still want to push this even farther. Earlier I did a vertical lateral hold. It's on there. Like I said, I'm at 502 world records. They're all tangible, they're all real, and they're all world records because, well, pretty much nobody in the world can do what I do on these bars, right? You take me to a gym, I'll be literally, you know, I mean, nobody will come close, man. We'll talk about on any machine. It doesn't matter what it is, man. I can do any exercise, and I can work out because I have willpower that is insurmountable and on another level. That's what I'm saying, man. Folks will be thinking they doing something because they go, you know, I don't know, have a gym building, they own a gym, you know, and then, you know, they get people to work with them, and it's like, so that's what we doing? That's what they do. I'm just telling you the truth. That's what they do here. That's what they do in a lot of places. It doesn't matter where you go. People want to keep the money to themselves, right? And they build like this big, massive network that usually happens to be illegal, right? And that's the point, is like there's some folks that do a job investigating that stuff, looking into it. But it's all good because we need a Batman, right? Batman is the world's greatest detective. So, you know, at the end of the day, there's so many situations like this going on all over the world. I pay attention to all of them. Like I said, there's this lady in Detroit right now. She's in the shelter in Detroit, and she keeps calling out their behavior, and I love her videos because she's calling out what they're doing, and they're in their feelings about it. And these are car companies, these are restaurants she's going to eat at, and she's pointing out how they're doing the same thing they tried here with me and failed just recently. They couldn't do it, right? Because I'm too strong and I stay in business and I'm a man, right? And they tried it in Green Bay, and for sure didn't work in Green Bay. Then they tried it, they didn't really try it. I think some folks did, but it didn't work. And they tried it, you know, Tarpon Springs, they tried it kind of, same thing, couldn't really do anything. You know, folks are scary, man. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. So, you know, like, they tried it in the jail here. It definitely didn't work. That totally backfired and didn't work. So, like I said, you got corruption everywhere, man. But I just love how she be pointing out. She don't put up nothing. The security will be talking to her and keep on saying little remarks and stuff. And she get on her channel and she make a video about it every time. And I love that because that's what we all need to do. People need to start standing up for themselves and stand for business. They designed this system where we're not supposed to have a voice or a way to stand up correctly. And, you know, that's the whole point. And all they do is just the same 1, 2 over and over again. And we all know what it is. You know what I mean? And ain't none of it, you know, strong. You know what I mean? It's all weak energy, you know what I mean? And it's all people getting in groups. So I'm just telling you the truth, man. That's how Brownsville runs, you know? So I want things to change. I'm asking God, and I want God to change all this. You know, I should be owning my own gym. I should have clients. I should be able to get all these women coming in, right? And I understand like where I'm at right here is different than Brownsville. It's a little bit more populated in Brownsville. You got a lot more circulation in Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, I'm out here. I'm not far. You know, everybody can drive out if you go and pay. Like I said, $50 for a 30-minute session. We can negotiate price if you prefer more too. It's all good. You know what I mean? You know, we'll negotiate with you. It's not a big deal. Like, just come out with, you know, whatever money you got, and let's start working out and training. But, you know, like I said, $100 for an hour session, and I teach digital fitness as well. I can do this on camera, on a video call, on an app or something or whatever. And like, I know apps that we can use to do this. It's not difficult, you know. And like I said, if you want to do the digital stuff, we got a Cash App, we got a PayPal, we got a Venmo, right? All we do is conduct business all day. We ask people for donations, you know. Quite frankly, like I said, there hasn't been no business. We haven't gotten no clients at all. You know, and it is what it is, and it's all good. I ain't worried about it, and I'm focused on this right now, you know, and that's the thing. What's out of my control, I'm stoic, man. I ain't worried about what's out of my control. But my point is, I'm asking God, I'm praying to God right now, God, please change the structure of everything here and the structure everywhere, you know what I mean? And please move me and get me to the right place where I can have a system, an actual support system, because I've never had it. My entire life I never had it. And people around me that really care and you know, love me and want what's best for me, and are going out their way to help me and you know, put money in my pocket and see that I do well. Because all these folks have it, especially here, you know, it's just like that. You know, it's just like that. I've never had it. You know, I'm out on my own. I've been on my own since 16. So when folks start talking, it's like, I ain't hearing it, because you don't know what I've been through. None of y'all can ever walk in my shoes. You've never been in my position. I've been on my own since I was 16. I'm talking about on my own in the real world. And I traveled. I did everything. Like, you know, everything I had, I paid cash for. I had my own car insurance, my own car. I've never had a car on payments. I bought all my cars cash. I owned 14 luxury vehicles at one time. You know what I mean? Man, and spent millions of dollars every year. Like, I've done that thing. I've been all over. I've been in Atlanta. I've been in all the hoods. I've been in the Bluff. I've been in Bankhead. I've been in jail in Atlanta several times, right? I ain't bragging about it, but it is a fact. So, like I said, and I ran things in the jail. I was the boss. So, like I said, people can say what they want, but you don't know me. You understand? That's the whole point of it. So, like I said, compare me, the type of dude I am and the level I'm at, like, we a whole different breed, homie. Imagine, compare me to someone from Southmost. Yeah, you feel me? Who, and no offense, like, Southmost is cool, right? None, like, I like Southmost. I'm just saying, somebody who ain't even from there, who moved there and, you know, got nothing but issues out there, right? But let me put it to you like this. Compare that, someone who never really even been out of Brownsville or been out of the valley, you understand? And compare that, and they got a gym. There's actual people like this, right? And they like 3 feet tall, mind you, right? And they got a gym, and they get clients and people to come to that gym, and they got a whole business going. How does that individual have a business? I want to start asking these questions, because it's crazy. How does that individual have a business, but I'm a genius, and I've been all over the U.S., and I know how to build a business in 5 seconds, right? And had to do it several times, right? And everything we do, like, we hustle for real. You understand? We do everything the right way. How does that person have a business, but I got to be doing this and I can't get no clients? That don't seem unfair and kind of a little weird and odd to you? That's what we come up against every day. That's how unfair it is out here, and it's all over the world, man. I've never been given a fair shake because I'm independent and I'm not in cahoots. I love that word, cahoots. I'm not in cahoots. I'm not here to make friends and be like, I am. I go along to get along guy, but I'm always independent, and I'm a man, and I stand on business. I'm telling you, when you're a man in the world, it's different. It's a lot harder. Everything is way harder. So that's why I'm so strong, because I've been through all the things that most of you folks are afraid to go through. You couldn't walk in my shoes. Like Mike Tyson said, none of you couldn't walk in my shoes for a millisecond. Nobody. I don't care who it is. That's the problem. A lot of folks just get in their feelings and then they think that they something they not. That's what women do. You understand? That's exactly why you see that behavior, because, well, it all comes from, women. It comes from so-called women and the way that they're, teaching folks how to be in their feelings. And that's just not a manly trait. That's not a thing that men do. Men are real calm, even keel, and we just remain a man. You know what I mean? There's no emotion involved. You feel me? So, like I said, my whole point, how does that person have a business in Brownsville, but I don't already? I don't care what I've been through. I don't care all the millions of dollars I may have spent. Like, they've never come close to me financially. That's my point. How do they have a business and I don't? I mean, I have a business, right? But it ain't a business where people can come in and make money. Like, ain't no one participating in what I'm doing. And I'm right up the street. I ain't far. I'm not far from Brownsville. You don't see how that's kind of odd? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to continue to expose the elephant in the room. You heard of the elephant in the room? There's a big elephant in the room and nobody want to talk about it. And it's the obviousness that I'm not being given a fair shake. I never have been. Okay? I ain't been given a fair shake at any point. And it's all good. I'm okay with that. But that's why I got to work harder. And that's why the people that own them gyms, I don't care if they're a manager. I don't care if they own it. I don't care who they are. That's why I'm 8 million times stronger than every single one of them put together. Because I was never given a fair shake. So I had to come up hard. That means we ain't the same. I came up hard. I came from the street. You got folks that have an opinion and then want to pretend they're something now. Oh, I feel some way because he's shining. So now I'm tough. That don't make any sense. You didn't become Superman overnight. Trust me. I'm Batman. I would have heard about you and I haven't. None of you. So I'm going to say it again. Folks can talk. It's cute. Talking sounds cute. You can go online and say whatever you want. I like to go online and I like to say that I have a purple unicorn that follows me around and I talk to him every day, or a blue donkey. Makes me feel nice. There's a lot of things that I can go around saying and talking because, well, talking is free. And, a lot of folks just get online and they just talk to talk, talkity talk, yakety yak, yakety yak. Don't call that yak, yak, yak. A lot of people just like to yakety yak. But me, I like to talk facts. Okay? So, I'm not worried about what villains or so-called villains are in their feelings. Okay? We've got a penguin that stays in his feelings. We've got all sorts of, we've got lots of villains. Villains everywhere. So many villains, so little time. So many jellyfish, so little time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter and it doesn't mean anything. What matters is all of you work a 9 to 5 out here and you work and you know my name, Tyree Sneed. Tyree Sneed is famous. You understand? Can't go anywhere without hearing about me. So again, why is it so hard for people to just drive out here in their rented vehicle payments? Hello, commoners, right? Why is it so difficult for them to just drive out here on some good up and say, hello, Tyree Sneed, we come with gifts, and we will train with you for a 30-minute session for $50. That's hard. That's difficult. These folks have some amazing. They be online and on here talking about they want you to get a job. I have a job. I'm out here working every single day harder than anyone. You just don't want to pay me. I think it's hilarious, quite frankly. Somebody else just told me the other day the same thing. You should check out this business, a call center. It's like, why in the hell am I going to check out a call center when I done built a whole business, okay? And I'm out here running the streets. And literally, I go to work every day and protect you. Okay? Almost for free. How in the hell? What time, if you tell Batman to go get a job, what time would Batman have to go work? Batman has to be in these streets. Batman has a lot to do. He got to work. So how in the hell do you expect Batman to juggle a career worker at a bakery shop and then be Batman on top of it. It's not possible. So what are you saying? It ain't for me to do anything extra because I don't have your mentality. All you want me to come down to your level. You want me to get on the level on the bottom of the ocean floor with the sea urchins, and I'm just not on that level. Okay, like Conor McGregor said, I'm up here. I'm coming against Jose. I'm up here. You're down here. I'm up here. Okay? You gotta learn how to hold your L like tone space. Boy, what you talk. I said people really be talking every day, but it's absolute illusion. They ain't talking about nothing. Nothing they saying exists. Nothing they saying is true, and none of them have any self-awareness. Self-awareness just means you aware of self. You're aware of the reality around you. Do you understand that I ran the Batman Project out of my own pocket going on 3 years, my 3-year anniversary coming up, and you folks still can't even give me money so I can buy me a Batman birthday cake so I can at least celebrate the fact that God himself told you I just made it to the promised land. I don't look to other people for my answers because they've never been there. That's how you know I came up hard and I'm really from the hood and the ghetto and I'm really the tough guy. Okay? And people know about me, man. I'm really that dude. I never had nobody to run to. Okay? You got to understand. I look to God for my answers. I don't look to people or folks or anyone for my answers or for help. I'm asking people, encouraging people, asking people, can you please help financially? So all I need is money. This is my job. I'm not changing nothing. And it's not anyone's decision, and they are not in the position to tell me what I need to do. And that's what we went over yesterday. What folks need to do is pay me. Number one, I'm protecting everybody. Number one, I work hard on everybody. Number two, three, my whole career is inspirational. I'm helping you. Help me to be able to help you. And like I said, I rep the Valley. I'm going to continue to rep 956 all day in the Valley, straight up. Not convenient. You never see me backpedal. You never see me say something and then fall back on it or, don't stand on business about it. I'm going to rep the Valley regardless of whatever I go through, whatever, if things are unfair. Right? No matter how I'm treated, no matter how I'm done, no matter how much I've been through, no matter how much I go through, I'm whatever this city needs me to be. You understand? And that's the truth. And I care about Brownsville and I care about the Valley. And I see it as a beacon of a place that can become very successful and has a lot of resources. We just need to learn how to utilize them. Okay, and I say we, but that's the thing. I've never really had a voice or a say-so, and that's the problem. See, if they give me a say-so and they involve me, if they start inviting me to their functions, just like everything I'm doing is really assisting and helping. We all know what I'm saying, right? They invite me to your functions, invite me to your barbecue, pick me up, give me a ride over there and say, yeah, just come to the barbecue, man. We know what you do for a living. We know who you are. You know what I mean? Like, be nice, be cordial, be a normal person. That's 100% what I'm asking for because that's the way that we need to do things. I mean, that's just being normal. I don't know how they do things. It's good everywhere now like that, I mean, like, you got to kind of include other people, I mean, you can't just be like, it's all about, what folks can gain. It's never about what can they give. And me, I'm always thinking about what I can give, but at this point, I got to kind of put my foot down. God even told me quit being so nice, and I got to start, speaking up. This is the way it was for me growing up. It's always the same. It's always the same. I've always been the same. I've always been I'm an angel. I've always been super nice, super gentle concerning everything. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually folks have to tell me, like, you got to stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then, common sense. People know who I am. So, like I said, I mean, how do folks like that have a business? What world are we in? How's that even possible? How much help can you get? They got nurses, they got everybody doing everything for them. Me, I got a fake ticket. I got a suspended license because of fake tickets. I didn't get anything but a whole bunch of lies. See what I'm saying? I came up through jail. Y'all folks came up with a Nintendo 64, an Xbox, an iPad, and a brand new iPhone right now. I got the cheapest phone. You know, every time I get a phone, I get the cheapest phone. And it's usually hell, I'm lucky if I can even pay the phone plan. I've been paying the phone plan for 2 years now. At the point, I don't even know if I'm going to continue to do that. But I'm probably going to have to try, right? So, you know, I got to do what I got to do. Anything about you sacrifice. It's very hard. It's next to impossible. It's been impossible. But I'm going to tell you something. My journey is inspirational. It matters and it means everything. And like I said, God is, you know, molding me. They told me, literally, they compared it to pottery. I know exactly what it is and why I went through this stage, because I am in trouble. I'm just saying, I've never been in this position, but it makes sense, and it's what built all this strength. And I can operate with next to nothing. You see it every day. You know what I mean? I can go without. I'm all right. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. I created a monster. And that's my whole point. Like, that's what's powerful, because my gifts, like a reading just came out, Divine Confirmation. Hold on. Divine Confirmation says that your gifts are a gold. And my gifts are a gold mine. First of all, I'm the top calisthenics competitor in the world, and I'm the top calisthenics champion of the world. And it's all proven on paper. That's why folks stop supporting me, because every time I open my mouth and speak about what I'm doing, because I'm human, I let out how I feel. That's why I'm healthy, because I let out how I feel. I don't keep stuff pent up and inside and not let it out. You have to let out anything you feel. Even Bruce Lee said that. That's why I'm healthy. So I'm going to say how I feel. You understand what I'm saying? So my whole point is, like, I'm still a human being, I think. You know, we really don't know at this point. You know, I could be an alien. But the point is, pay the alien. That's what you need to do. You need to pay this alien entity that's proven he's the strongest in the world. You need to pay me and put money in my pocket. And that's what I'm asking the Valley to do. Please back and support me. I back and support you. And I have been there for you every single time, Gotham. And it is that simple. And like I said, it's all 100% real. There's never anything fake about me. And everybody knows it. You understand? And I have more stripes than a zebra. I put in so much work, it's unbelievable. Okay? Real talk. It is crazy, okay, how much I've accomplished. And I've really accomplished more than anyone has in the last, like, 6,000 plus years. I'm not kidding. I accomplished more than every agency and every department in this country already. And I'm barely getting started. And you have to understand, and I did it with very little, next to no money. You understand? Came down here with some thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? I invested, put it into the Bat Cycle 1300. I have 7 bikes in inventory, all $200 to $300 plus each. Nobody helps me try to fix these bikes, which they're not even that difficult. Some of it is just tires. You know, nobody really helps with much of anything that's actual help, you know, and that's the thing. Like, it's all good, and I don't expect the world to be fair, but I'm just saying I get to talk about it. See, I'm never complaining. I'm never whining. That's all I ever hear other folks do. But, you know, I'm just saying the truth. I want to speak on it because it needs to be said and it needs to be heard. Like I said, we didn't come up the same way. We didn't come up the same. And like I said, anything that you got, I can produce that, and I can produce 8 million times that. So anyone with a business, whether it be in Brownsville or anywhere, man, I built this business quick. Most people, like Coach Eli even said, he said, it takes people 6 years to even make a dime of profit for their business. Well, that's fine. I made profit immediately with mine. I didn't have to waste it based upon I had to. See, I'm out here, and I've always been out here trying to survive. I understand. I had to stand on business. I told you I came up against all odds. I told you everything I've stood up to and defeated, and that's why. No, I just got a lot of, you can see what it is. Because I'm the Son of God. I'm the Messiah. You understand? So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of evil and wickedness. Them folks saw that the minute that I even got on YouTube. Right? And that what they said? They said he's attracting all these, all these villains Right, because it's in my energy. Why? You figure it out. That's I'm Batman. It's a real thing. You know, that's what people don't get. Like, this is real. I'm really an immortal vampire, homie. So, like I said, you know, auras and energies are real. So that's my point. Like, people talk. I mean, that's cute. But you ain't me. Anybody with a business, I can build 8 million businesses, man. I ain't worried about that, man. But like I said, you still need a support system. You need help. You need someone to give you a ride. You need to make money. I don't know what they talk about. Yeah, right. I'm going to waste my time sitting in a cubicle or at an office desk, and I'm going to work at these call centers that are corrupt as hell. Literally, I stand up to corruption for a living. I have a job. My job is to watch these folks. What the hell they doing? I'm a watchman. God already told me. So what do you mean? See what I'm saying? It's just, some people may have good intentions, but the things they say, they make absolutely no clear sense. And that's the only thing I'm just like, I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing it. I don't see the point in it. I don't see the point in even having the discussion. And that's all I'm saying. Like, no, I just want to have discussions that us making money. You understand? It's like everything. The way that it's always been that way, especially here. Especially with the so-called kind of weird. It's just never been fair, you know. And it's all good. It is what it is. Like I said, like women all over America. You know, that's why I'm trying to get the hell out of here. You know, like I said. So, you know, me, I mean, I'm just along for the ride, man. Like I said, I'm on a journey with God. It's a beautiful one, and I'm going to continue to do what I do. Right now, I still want to do some training with you. Let me let him do his thing real quick, and then I'm going to, you know, get moving with this again. But, yeah, like I said, man, folks just got to understand what it is. 4:30, we average a pretty good time. We still fairly early in the day, right? We can do whatever we want. We'll get started. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, man, I mean, we out here for everybody, man. Like, if folks want to actually train and work out, everybody's invited, man. Just, you know, like, it's a business. You know, I ain't doing it for free no more. I already did that. You know what I mean? Did that plenty. Everything I did was for free for folks. It's a problem. Folks want everything free, and it just don't work like that. You know, but at the end of the day, what are we at? 502 world records? Everything I'm doing speaks for itself, homie. You know, so I don't know what y'all got going on, but I know what I'm doing, and I know what I got going on, right? Hold on. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all aren't in my position. I don't need to explain nothing. There's nothing for me to explain. I'm doing everything right, man. And like I said, I own my own business. I'm the CEO of all my own companies, and I keep them all ideas. And I'm a genius, and it works. I've been doing well. I'm doing all right. And like I said, it's just I ran the Batman project out of my own pocket for 3 years. It cost thousands of dollars. It's a lot of expenditures. It's a lot of, you know, resources that get expended. I mean, you think that Batman doesn't, you know, like have to produce new resources? Like, that's the thing. The Bat cycle is just wiring. Like, come on, man. Y'all got to make sense, man. That's the thing. You know, on one hand, they wanted to question things that can't be questioned, and it's just reality. And you know, and then on the other hand, they want to have a cake and eat it too, and then, you know, pretend about the resources. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not hearing anything. I don't listen to people's conversation because they so far from reality, they'll never catch up. It's unbelievable. I mean, I own Billings Equity Management, state of a 2000 jury, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Let me show it to you. That's top of my mind, forward watch, right? Right, like them all down here. And that's nothing. $1,000 ain't nothing to me. I spent 35 racks on my birthday. It ain't nothing. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like I said, I make it spend more money than everybody. Boss, right? And I got receipts for all of you. You understand? I already explained everything else with that. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, do folks not exercise or something? Because I know y'all be exercising. So, like, where they exercise at? You know what I mean? Like, folks don't drive. Everybody drives. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, no, I'm choosy about my company. I keep, like, if I get in a vehicle with someone, I want to make sure they can drive well. I want to make sure, you know, that their character is right. You know what I mean? Especially at this point, what I've been through. So that's all. My point is, man, any of these folks could spend their money and contribute and support. We got a Cash App, we got a PayPal, we got a Venmo. Okay? It is right there on the community wall. You can't miss it, just like you can't miss me out here, right? I stand out. I'm right where I need to be. I keep on doing what I need to do. And that's the thing, once I get money, I'll be able to build all these businesses. So you understand, when they be saying stuff like that, it just make me laugh. Because God told me the complete opposite, and I don't listen to these folks out here, and they're poor. I listen to God. So when God tells me, don't look for a job, don't look for work, I'm a chosen one. We don't work 9 to 5. So you don't get it. I work every day. I hone my craft. I got my gifts at a level that's unbelievable. That's why they just told me, you get into my company directly from God, and you talking about, you want me to do what you're doing? Why? So I can be like you? It's the same thing Steve said back in the day. He said they also have payments so he can be like us. Why? Why? Who wants to be like that? Nobody. Y'all going the wrong direction, man. I'm going the right direction. See, what they teach you, even with anyone who knows wealth at all, is you got to build your own business. All my efforts will go towards building my business. I'm beyond educated, beyond intelligent. I'm a genius. Okay? 4.2 GPA out of high school, top 10 of my class, diploma distinction. Okay, 3.34 GPA in college. I didn't buy any books, and I stopped going to class completely and still maintained that GPA. What is y'all talking about? So I finished all my basics. I think it's like 29.8 credit hours or something like that. Come on, man. I got options all over the place, but those options I can't get to yet because I don't have the money. And what y'all do is you think small. You want to keep looking at things that aren't there. So you're looking at it as, oh, well, let's take it one step at a time. Let's take little steps, and you can do it, Tyree. You can do it. You can go get him, champ. Come on, Tyree. You can do it, Spart. You're going to get there. Just put one foot in front of the other now. You can do it. You're going to get there, Tyree. You just take one step at a time. It's okay. When that's not the situation, the man is out here protecting all of y'all and literally is the top dog and the boss and is the CEO of all his own companies and is wealthy beyond comprehension. And I have full access to buildings worth billions of dollars. I wasn't done. Billions in equity, mansion and estate, over 2,000 in jewelry, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Mineral rights, oil royalties, and my own car lot I pay over $100 for every month. I got a portion there I pay 25 racks for. I told you what happened, right? Like folks and their feelings, right? The mechanic did whatever they did, right? Come on, man. What are you talking about? I don't know what folks is talking about. Like, I really don't. Like, that's why I don't have conversations, because it'd be confusing. Like, you understand? Like, how long does it take people to just acknowledge reality? Like, I'm sorry, but it's crazy, bro. Like, even in Austin, they was a little bit more with it, I thought, on reality. Like, this is crazy. For people to be knowing I'm a public figure and I'm in a public eye and they want to keep fronting and acting like they don't know what I'm about or who I am. That's crazy, man. I may have spent more money than your entire government combined. I've made more money than anyone who ever existed, literally. So you don't want to talk money with me. Trust me, okay? And I got documented receipts for everything I'm talking. So, like I said, how do you think I was able to succeed with this business so quickly? I did it all genuinely. I earned it. Like, what? I'm a boss. You feel me? So, like I said, y'all need to do your job. And that's the way it's going to go, homie. Trust me. Y'all need to do your job, which is to support and pay me. I'm a content creator. I survive off donations. And they all know that's the truth. Come on, man. You got some audacity. You understand? So, like I said, whenever y'all want to get around to doing your job, just like how that's been the problem for years here and everywhere else, folks don't want to do their job. Whenever you want to do your job, let me know. Because your job is to help me. Your job is to take $20 and put it to the side and say, I'm going to send that to him, right? Because I want to help him with his project and help him with what he's doing. Oh, man, we've got tons of college students, people in college, right? Like, they want to waste their time going to college and getting that's their decision, right? But I'm sure you make a little money and you have a support system, and usually it's the parents who pay the college tuition, right? So most of them are being provided for. They have a vehicle paid for. They have everything that I don't have, and I'm not complaining, and I'm not whining, and I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying the truth. See, that's what they don't get. They always think when I type or speak that I'm in my feelings, because they are. I never at all. I'm going to speak. See, that's why every time I talk, they feel something. Folks operate out of feelings. I don't. It's all business over here, baby. You understand? So, like I said, like everybody who's in the club, whether it be here or in Austin or UT or whatever, right? All of them contribute. So why not contribute? What do you mean? You're in a position where you have access to money and funds, right? And most of them, like I said, the parents are paying for everything. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't get it. You know, people want to say that they're this and that. I mean, like I said, learn how to invest, because I'm literally the investment. I am the hottest investment on the market today. There is no investment greater, and nobody has been smart enough or with it enough to jump on the opportunity, and it's hilarious to me because this is a gold mine. This is an absolute gold mine. Y'all want to talk about the tech industry? Literally, this project that I've built and funded out my own pocket for 3 years will become bigger than the entire tech industry could ever even dream of. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you are talking about AI? There's a lot of folks, some of the folks I know talk about they work for AI companies. Everyone I meet does. All y'all sold out to the same system. I don't care what you say. All of them sold, they sold. What you do is you work for Satan. That's why you ain't supporting me. You chose your side. You understand? Come on, man. You know how I feel about corporate America. You know that I'm the man who's literally single-handedly, doing what? Dismantling everything right in front of you. What do you think we work on every day? How about folks just get real? Me work a job in the valley for less than a living wage? For what? Like I said, I don't work for less than 50, 70 an hour, and I'm not joking. You understand? The lowest I'll do is like 20 an hour. And if I do lower than that, it's just to be there and have fun and get a little bit of bread so I can do what I need to do. But yeah, when folks keep saying that same thing, like I said, it's all the same thing. It's a network and all of them are in on it. And they all want to repeat themselves and say the same things that don't make no sense. No, that's for you to do. You can work these little fake construction jobs out here or in Austin. I remember them folks would be working in construction, talking online, right? Right? All that same nonsense, right? Y'all have no idea who I am, man. I think it's weird. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And then literally they would witness and see me walking down the street right in front of them. I'd be like, hey, what up? What was you saying? You understand? Like I said, like, it's funny. You know, I'm the streets. It's a little bit different out here. You know what I mean? I don't know what you talking about, bro. I know who I am. I don't work little candy jobs. I'll leave that to y'all. That's what you do. See, that's you. So please stop projecting. Whatever y'all do, that's you. Keep it to yourself. However you feel, keep it to yourself. I ain't hearing it. I ain't trying to hear it. That's you. I'll leave that to you. You do what you do. Because I don't do that. Never have, never will. Actually, I know my self-worth and self-value. So like I said, I'm out here working, getting paid to talk right now. Are you? Do you get paid to talk? It sounds like a corporate CEO to me. Anybody who get paid to talk, I mean, come on, man. Even CEOs of companies, they don't get paid to talk. They get paid an hourly wage or whatever, just like everybody. CEOs of companies are not rich. It's all fake. Just like the fake rappers, all that money is fake. It doesn't exist. Just like the prison industrial complex sits there and does what they do. What do you mean? Just like it's called a 360 record deal for a reason, and they get advances they have to pay back, and they end up owing the label. It's all based off debt. And everything that, you know, like I've already explained everything, man. Like, it's not even confusing. There is no money in the Freemason system. So you're talking about a job. A job for what? We are full speed ahead. We are accomplishing more than we ever had. Like I said, what I have done here, I've accomplished more than any agency. You're talking about CIA, Feds, and FBI combined in this country. I have done more than they will ever imagine. Do you understand who you're talking to? Why are you speaking to me if you can't just register reality? That stuff is crazy to me. That's my point. You understand? So I'm going to say it again. Folks like to talk a lot, but they ain't talking about nothing because they don't know what they're talking about. So when you speak, please get in the know-how and get your facts straight. Question, ask me the question, but ask me wholesome the right way, and I'll answer your question. You don't ask me about me and my personal business. You ask me about what the topic is and what we got going on. What do I need to explain? That's what they all do. All y'all on the same energy. They want to sit there and ask you silly questions. Oh yeah, like, oh well, what have you done? What do you do? Oh well, yeah, like we gonna sit here and talk. What are you talking about, man? The obvious is the obvious, man. Like I said, these folks know what it is, man. They phase, they feel some way. Good. I'm glad you in your feelings, and we gonna keep getting our money right in front of you, just like I told you I do, just like I did on radio. cake plan. I definitely run Austin. I don't just run Austin, though. I run Atlanta. I run New York. I run Virginia. Richmond. Folks want to put can. And you talk about a job in Brownsville. Bro, I ain't worried about Brownsville. I ain't worried about the Valley, period. I'm just here to operate and do what I need to do for a time, and then and everything's secured. I'm good. I'm always come back. I'm the gift that keep on giving, partner. Build this place, this city, and this valley the way that it needs to be. I'm gonna build it up, and I'm gonna show them how to make money and finances because they don't have a clue. They don't know how. You understand? And if they knew how, then folks would be running around doing all this illegal activity every day, and folks would be not doing their job. And sometimes they do. You know what I mean? But, that's my point. Oh, man. If folks knew how to make money the right way and had, intelligence and education, then there wouldn't be all these problems. Correct? So, like I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I got my freedom. I look handsome. I'm good. I'm aging backwards. I'm a vampire. I'm writing good with God. I sit at the right hand of God. I speak to God every day. I pray. Like, I'm happy in life. I'm satisfied. I'm content. I'm listening to God, following his exact instructions. I'm the soldier and warrior for God. The hell I look like working in a call center. You don't want Achilles answering your phone call? Like, what? Oh, well, hello, man. Sorry about that. We'll make sure we correct that immediately. Sorry. Dude. Like, what? What are you talking about? That's what it is. Like, every time that people talk, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. It's like talking to SpongeBob out here. Might as well have a conversation with Patrick the Starfish and SpongeBob. It's ridiculous. What the hell? You got dudes on the internet right now, they just barely starting to try to make some digital money. They don't even understand you got to get to a $100 quota. You ain't gonna make no money on here. You don't even know how to work the platform. They got to put up other videos. That's what they do. They can't even be original and make their own content. Because these folks didn't earn it genuinely. I told you what they did. So what's up? Come on, man. Everybody want to talk backwards. Y'all talk like on this weird energy. You just hear it. Like, I call it the midriff. And I can't do it with y'all because I'm up here. See, I'm up here on another, I'm like alien level. Like, I'm about to get ready to build my own bat pods, tumblers, tanks, and spaceships. And I'm talking about spaceships, homie. And you talking about blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're at a low vibration. That's why a lot of them drink too much. That's what that does to you. You didn't know that? That's exactly what alcohol does. It keeps you at a low vibration. So you don't understand anything that's real that's going on. So you don't know how to walk in the spirit, so you can never fathom what I've accomplished. I did all this because I suggest you people understand what you're listening to see. Come on. You can see, right? You can see me, right? So, I mean, if public platform, like they were saying, okay, well, then all of you see the public platform, right? Quack, right? And you can see me on the public platform, quacking right now, quacking, right? So you see me out here getting paid to talk, and you see me out here setting world records, and you see that I run the streets, right, boss? So what do you mean? Huh? It's funny. It's hilarious. That's what it is. Because apparently folks don't have a clue who they talking to, and they do. They know. They just want to be in denial of it. I'm not in denial of reality. I understand reality. I understand the world I'm in, and I understand who I am in it. I'm a superhero, and I'm a real thing. So like I said, you're going to see me do my thing regardless. You don't need to do anything for me, homie. Give me anything, nothing. I'm going to do what I'm doing regardless. I prove that. Every day I prove that. So what's up? I prove I'm the strongest entity on this planet and in the universe. I believe I'm the strongest entity that was ever created because of God. You understand? That's what I prove while y'all sitting there doing nothing. Ain't talking about nothing. Wasting your time throwing money away. Them same folks that want to say that, like I said, they right in front of me buying whatever they want and they can't buy anything from me. That makes sense to me. That don't make sense. That's crazy. Right? Got the nerve and audacity to talk about a job. Bro, I don't work in the Valley. That's why I go up to Austin and get my money, and even if people don't have real good wages, you know, they don't. Me, I'm just a genius. You understand? So, like I said, what you talking about? If I'm going to work somewhere like Boston. That's why I'm saying what you need to do. My job is I'm a public speaker and I crowdfund. So you're supposed to pay me. That's your job and responsibility. They act like these people were real, all these Masons, like they were rich. They weren't rich. They never came close to me financially. Masons can't even own anything because they don't own a soul. They don't have any money. Folks are hilarious, man. Get in the know-how of what you're talking about. You understand? I stand on business. Everything I'm saying is a fact. Well, I promise that. This is real knowledge. I back up everything I'm saying. I've been backing up everything I've said my entire life. That's the difference. So, like I said, I get paid to talk. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. You see me doing it all by myself. I'm going to keep doing it by myself. I'll look to God. I'll never understand. Man, I'm going through this isolation stuff and alienation stuff because God set me aside and He want me to go through it on my own with God because He want to make sure I understand that all I need is Him. Anything I need, I turn to God. That's why you hear me asking God, right? Praying to God. I ain't asking you. No, I'm telling you folks reality. Your job is to pay me. Whenever you want to get around to doing that, you let me know, you holler. So apparently them jobs you talking about ain't paying you much because none of you seem to ever have any money. Correct? Shout out to the people who do. Shout out to the people who, hand me a couple of bucks here and there. I truly appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? But all the other stuff, it just don't make sense. This is my career. My career is I use my $1 million mouthpiece, right? This beautiful mouth, right? And it produces millions and billions and trillions of dollars. And I'm a true influencer that knows how to influence, and I'm an empath who can become and be a master manipulator whenever I want to be. I can get anything I want just by talking. And I know how to act very well. You understand? So, what? Talking about a job to a guy who's gotten through the whole state of Florida with no money by himself. Okay. What? A job. Jobs are for people who lack education. Let me just go ahead and get that set. Jobs are for people who don't know how to build anything or do anything and be self-capable to build their own business and don't have any talents or any crafts. Just like all that stuff I'm talking about. Army, Marines, Navy SEALs. It doesn't make you anyone or anything. They ain't never won anything. Find out the truth. The government uses and does what they do, and the government manipulates. The government doesn't care about anyone, and the government is evil and it's corrupt. What I do is stand up to the system. I don't side with the system and be like, oh yeah, I'm one of you and blah, blah, blah. This is my country. You're standing on my soil that my ancestors built and created. You understand? What you need to do is have some respect. And like I said, there's not a single army, whatever, military, Marines who could come out here and do what I do on these bars, and I can guarantee that. So now what? I need a job? I think they need a job, and a better one, because I've seen what the military do and how they do things. How about that? Oh, you want to talk about a pension and this and that, but you ain't never got no money. What? That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. I've seen, how many broads I met, ex-girlfriends and everything. You know how many broads I've seen that were literally, what? Figure it out, man. Military don't have no loyalty to nobody, man. None of these agencies or corporations or departments have no loyalty to nobody. That's a system, and it's a demonic system at that. You want to work for a system that does what it does, and you can see what it does? That's on you. I sure as hell ain't trying to do that. I'm for humanity. Work for a company. Work for corporate America. Yeah, right. Sorry, but what? See, that's the difference. You allow these folks to do what they do. You don't know how to stand up for yourself. I don't pay them a dime. They'll never get a dime out of me, not a red cent. You understand that? Cuzzy, I'm a gangster. I do what I want to do. See, that's the difference. I don't got to go to a 9 to 5 and sit in a building all day like y'all. I have actual freedom. I get to do what I want. And what I like to do and what I want to do is what you see me doing every day, training and working out. That's my only focus, other than women. And there ain't too many women around to holler at. And like I said, they all feel some way, whatever here. It's weird. Right? If you want to holler, holler. Right? It'd just be funny. You know, that's what my thing is. Like, I get around folks, man, they keep trying to use words and act like they're like, oh, I better use my narc perception. Oh, I better use the card today. I'm going to use the narc perception. I'm going to talk to him, and I'm going to try to use words knowing he's a linguistic master because I have no self-awareness, so I don't know. I'm going to try to out-talk him. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, he's a strong dude, but I'm going to use my words. That'll work. I'm going to use my words to try to paint reality right in front of him. That'll work. To make myself feel better, like I'm above, I'm doing something. I'm doing things he ain't. Brother, I got full access to buildings worth billions of dollars right now as we speak. I have the entire infrastructure built for my career. What? I've made and spent more money than anyone you will ever meet or could possibly imagine or on your TV. I'm the only self-made trillionaire who ever existed. I went through what I went through. That's why I stand up to corruption for a living. What are you talking about? When real people make real money, they go through what I've been through. So what do you say? To the point I don't like talking to most people no more. I like talking to the real people, like the dude who gave me the $2 today and pulled over, was like, how you doing? I can understand, I can feel when people understand where I'm coming from and who I am. The rest of them, I look like talking to the rest of these folks. Talk to them for what? You know, talk to them about what we got to talk about. In your feeling? I flipped the bean. When 50 Cent was, you know, trying to take my story and lie about everything that he went through and you know, he sold his, whatever, you know what happened, right? He did what he did, and then he was backed by the feds, and when they was doing all that, he committed so many crimes, it's unbelievable. When he did all that, was you feeling that way when he came up? They kept trying to sweep it under the rug with Tony Yaya was going through and all of them. Like, yeah, I think they went through some things, but like, I don't think folks generally felt like that. They got shown a lot of love, man. I find that kind of funny. See, that's the thing. I just point out when things are unfair. I find it kind of convenient that you can see the elephant in the room. You can see how, now they get favored. They get favored and they get special treatment in this country, and the world has basically become this big hood ghetto where everyone who isn't me gets together, and then all y'all just sit there and watch me, right? And we have it the hardest. That's not the truth. That's the truth, brother. That's the truth, clear as day. And it's been the truth my whole life. That's why I've always had it harder than all of you. So we're not the same. I still see everything equally. I'm not going to walk around, oh, well, I'm on my team. Everybody's equal, man. We all have souls. We're all human beings. I see souls, man. Everybody's, you know, the same to me. Everybody. We're all equal. And we all deserve to be equal. And we all deserve fair treatment. We're not anywhere near fair treatment. That's part of my truth. I was never given fair treatment. And it don't make no sense. We're in my country. So what I do is I say, you know, forget all what you talking about, and I'm going to make the rules, and I'm going to, you know, manually, through pure power, build all my own style, build an empire. And that's what I've already done, and what I'm going to continue to do every day. So I own an empire. So you talk about Elon Musk, but I own way more wealth than Elon Musk could ever dream of, and he's a Mason. Masons aren't allowed ownership, so he owns nothing. Elon Musk doesn't have one red cent to his name, I guarantee you, and any of that Mason money doesn't belong to him. That money belongs to corporate America, brother. So you're going to figure it out now, that when you get your perception and you realize reality, then you can talk, then you can speak. Talk about a job. A job ain't nothing but an opportunity to make money, to invest in yourself. You gotta learn to invest in yourself. You don't need to do things every day. What does that have to do with me? You don't need to tell me that. You know what I mean? Like that, take your own advice. Y'all ain't working. You understand what I'm saying? My job is on an influence. My job is on a speak. Whatever I say, folks ask me how high. My job is to talk and to get paid to talk. And I already I built my own income, and I funded the Batman Project out of my own pocket for 3 years. Are you hearing how powerful I am? What I'm saying? When you speak, just make sure it makes sense. All right? That's it. So, yeah. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Let's try it, because there's always folks going to show up as soon as I get going. All right? But everything I'm telling you is a fact, homie. And like I said, I work out for a living.
That's why I built this, so I can come out here and train and do what I love to do and get paid for it. And furthermore, to be able to teach the youth and teach people, everyone, and everyone's welcome to come. I can train with everyone. Any client I can train and teach. I can teach basketball. I can teach this. You got folks teach at the Y. They work with the youth and everybody. I can do the same thing. So what do you mean? There's nothing stopping us over here. So what do you mean? Let's do business. If you want to talk business, cool. All you got to do is pay me, put the money in my pocket. I teach you. I can teach you basketball. I'm the best point guard in the world, man. Literally, hands down. Played undefeated in jail in Atlanta, undefeated in the streets of New York, everywhere. I played all through New York City, man. What are y'all talking about? I'm a street ball legend. The real thing. Not Dr. J. See, they only believe what they see on their TV and in a video game. Just because you got validation don't make you better than me. I don't need validation. I'm the truth. Show up in any court. I'll go to Rucker Park and shut the building down. Easy. I show up to y'all's rap functions and y'all can't even rap like me. I freestyle. For real. You want to talk about the culture? I am the culture. See, that's the part you got misconstrued. I'm the one who had to carry the culture on my back. Why you think I wear this? I went through the struggle. I carry that on my back. Right? They don't make them like me no more. Understand? At all. It don't exist. God amongst men. Facts. But it makes sense that they got a business, but they can't do that. Okay. Boy, stop playing. Stop playing, bro. You know what makes money? Truth. That's why I've always been rich. I don't got to do nothing extra. I don't got to tap dance for you. I'm not Charles Wofford. Although I can tap dance like Charles. Charles comes out with his maracas. My van's out on the freeway, but I'm in all these contests for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. And I'm on the side of the freeway with my maracas. I'm Charles Wofford, and I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. That's too funny. That's too funny. Oh, goodness. That's what you need, Mr. Walker. You need some maracas. Oh my goodness. That's what he needs. That boy needs some maracas. Make plenty of them. Imagine you gonna tell the guy, this makes sense to him, you gonna tell the guy who did radio over a decade and a half, educating the public and standing up to Illuminati and Freemasonry, and I defeated him. I just got done defeating him. I stood up to the government and I won. I defeated the establishment and the system years ago. What are you talking about? Me? A regular job? Man, that's hilarious. I'd be better off getting some maracas straight up. you serious? Oh, man. It's hilarious. Got all these so-called women around, all this so-called potential. None of them are rich. Hell, none of them even have a man. I love when they say that. Me and my man. What man? Where he at? I need binoculars for that. I don't see him. Where is he? Over there, down yonder? I said, a man? Where? I don't see no man. I see the same thing I see when I go visit a tool shed. I see that. I see a tool and something else. What's talking to me? I didn't know they could talk. Oh man, y'all can't even catch up, bro. My man. They talk about a job like it's the thing to do. When I was playing basketball, street ball, out there at that park, that super ghetto park that Curtis Snow was at. Yeah, Curtis Snow was right out there with us. And he went through some stuff right in front of me. The guy that was speaking verbally, yap, 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 he was an older guy. I was like young. I was like in my 20s, 19, something like that. And they were telling him, like, bro, just relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I found out later, I went in the Red Lobster out there because I lived right in Mableton. Red Lobster right down the street. I go to Red Lobster. I found out he worked in the Red Lobster. Me, I was spending 10 bands a month. Y'all want to go backwards, is my point. That's what you do. Work your job. You have fun with that. You work your 9 to 5. Y'all got a watch like this? You got over 2,000 in jewelry? You on what I own? I paid $8,500 in land taxes. I paid millions in bills. Millions for all sorts of stuff. On top of that. I'm only self-made trillionaire ever existed. You don't know how much I've done, how much I've accomplished, and I don't talk too much. I don't talk about my success. Me? Work a job? Ah! You wouldn't. Larry. This is my job. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Too funny. Yeah. That's my deal. They want to pretend they can't see. It ain't a vision no more, it's a reality. You can't see? Like, what? Can you imagine? Yeah, the whole point is I transcended this place a long time ago. I transcended anything they talk about. I'm on a whole nother level. And the way I take it is either you just don't know reality completely or you feel phased about it. You feel some type of way. The moves I'm making make you feel some type of way. My success make you feel some type of way. Success ain't money, homie.
Work a job for what? Success ain't money. Success is purpose. Success accomplished more than the C department in this country, and I'm a civilian, and in the world, and in the last 6,000 years already, and I'm just barely getting started. That's the meaning of success. Not how much money I got. No, it took a lot of money just to, find that. Money is a tool. And that's what even God himself said. I know you look at money as a tool and a resource, and I give it all to you. See, right now he's conditioning me. He's tightening my finances. God speaks to me. He doesn't tell you everything. He told me he's tightening the finances. What I'm going through, where it's a pretty hard time. I don't have much. So that I learn how to, just to get me ready, like a prep course. Because he's about to give me all this wealth. And I'm the distributor of generational wealth. So if I have kids, I have to make sure I, divvy up the money correctly. And I have to be responsible like my father was. You know what I'm saying? So I give my dad all the credit in the world. You know what I mean? My father. So I'm going to be the distributor of generational wealth. You understand? And like I said, and these other folks, the rest of the family on that side, and on the other side, they got to give me my inheritance. I never got it. Never got their actual inheritance. You understand? There's properties, I think, out in Cali. Like, they all lived in Cali, bro. Where are these properties? And it comes out in the readings how they're living in my property. That's why I do what I do for a living. Because this is about, I never had to clear my name. My name is good. This is about, I had to stand up for myself so people wasn't mine. And I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. I'm doing it because I have to stand up, period, for myself and for everybody else. So I stand up for people and I help people. My priority was never money. My priority was love. I told them that the whole time. I'm looking for love still. I'm not worried about no money. I just love. I just need a partner to love me and I love them back. That's all I need because I understand how the world really works. Love is all that matters. Money comes and goes, brother. You find someone who truly loves you, you'll be able to make all the money you want anyway. And it'll be fun. That's the thing. I'm looking for somebody who just knows how to relax and be a normal woman and a person. That's all you got to do. You don't even got to do anything. They can't even do that because all of them are so sporadic and can't even sit down for 5 seconds. That's called demonic possession. What are you doing? I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to go ride my electric bike. Today I'm on my hoverboard. Tomorrow I'm going to go on 6 dates. That's what they do because they're trying to stay busy so they can run from the You don't even know who you are. That's what I love when they say that line. I don't know you. No, you don't know who you are. You don't know yourself, much less any of the dudes you talking to. So what do you mean? You waste your time with dudes who have nothing to offer you and don't look good. I don't know what that is. That's deep insecurities. If I was a woman, I'd have better taste than all of them. I'm just telling you the truth. I would know what I want at least. I'll say that. At least I would at least go for like I would set my standards high, just like I do with women. I know what I want, right? People be like, looks don't matter. Yeah, not all of them, but they do matter. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like people be saying a lot of stuff and then they don't believe in what they say. You get what I'm saying? They'll say something like that and then they'll be superficial as it gets. That's what I learned. Like, I just learned, like, a lot of people move around real deceptive and it's super corny because it comes from a place of weakness and fear. All I need is just a regular, normal woman that you don't got to be regular, normal. You could have been through it. That's probably better, so we can relate and understand each other. But I just need someone who knows how to just sit down, have a seat, calm down, and have fun and be happy. That's all any of my exes had to do. Just sit there. They couldn't even do that. What, you think you making moves? Are you hustling? Okay. How come all of them still poor? I stated the facts the whole time. What do you mean? I just said the truth. Have fun. Have fun being in the same situation. Are they not? Exactly. That's the problem. People talk a lot, but it's irrelevant. Who cares? I don't care what folks have to say. Talk is cheap. Talk's always been cheap. It didn't just happen. Talk has been cheap since day one. You feel me? Talk. It is what it is. Wait on this. But yeah, man, folks ain't talking about nothing, to be honest. You know what I mean? They really ain't. They ain't talking about nothing. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Everybody's got their little personality and their character, and you know, they all and their feelings. I don't got time for it at all. Really, that's what folks don't get. Like, nah, whatever relationship I'm getting in, like, I can read energy real quick. Like, they gotta have the right energy. You know what I mean? God already told me. They said this ain't gonna be what you used to. This is your divine spouse. Okay. Wonder what they're doing here. Just waiting on this because I'm trying to keep going here. Yeah, man. Like I said, we train above the bar. I'm looking at all this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. But wearing that armor ain't no joke. Wearing all these bat suits ain't no joke. Ain't nothing I do a joke. It's difficult as hell. But yeah, no, I can make it. I do shows on here. I come out here and I do my show. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, it made me happy. I'm glad. You know what I mean? I can see what it is. Hey, that's the thing, bro. You understand the power I got over you, bro. The CIA, Feds, and FBI, they're clearly well aware of me. They know exactly who I am. Hell, they're probably trying to. Isn't pretty serious? Can y'all see? Like, honestly, can any of y'all see? Because, like, this is all happening on camera now. That was the thing. It was cute when people were in denial when it wasn't, you know, on camera yet. All the real stuff happening on the streets. Now it's on camera. That's the thing. Ain't no denying this. Just like there ain't going to be no denial when I'm up in Boston and New York in the street for real, active, right? I'm going to be moving on camera. You understand? See, that's the thing. I'm just going to stop open force. I ain't asking for permission. I ain't asking no questions. I'm coming through hard body. Do what I want to do. I'm the real deal. Yes. Right in front of everybody. So, like I said, I don't know what people talk about. I don't know what they think we train for, what world they think this is, but this is a man's world, and this is how it works. Men make the world turn, make the world go around. Me, because there ain't no other. Like I said, they say you don't even know who you are. I probably don't. You're probably right. I'm starting to realize I'm on a whole nother level than I thought I was on. You know, I'm starting to realize the power I have. They said your gifts are about to amaze you. Like, yeah, I could see that. I can really see that now. They said the magician element is entering. Real deal, man. There's a lot of different ways and phases to this thing. You know, I'm not worried about what it looks like to folks on the outside. I'm worried about what it looks like to me, what I'm doing. You know, that's the thing. Even when I'm in a relationship, if I get in one, I'm still going to be working. So they need to be somebody who's patient and can understand, tag along and be along with me for a lot of it. But when I go on these missions and assignments, unless they literally Catwoman, they probably going to have to, you know, stay at the hotel or something. I'm going to try to keep them out of the way where they're not, you know, around what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is very real. And I just would never put anybody in that position that I love, especially. I wouldn't put anyone in that position, but especially someone I love. I'll have them out there. They like me. You know what I mean? Unless they literally scare me. You have to be that kind of scary. If you're not, no, I'm alright, you know? You can stay at the hotel.
Y'all think it's easy. It ain't easy. Ain't nothing easy about it. I was what, 27? Top of the road. But yeah, like I said, I want to be someone I'm happy with that actually take care of me and I feel safe and comfortable and happy. I deserve love too. You know what I mean? And then when I go out, I become the monster. That's how I operate. So you either want to be a part of that or you don't. That's up to you. It's all up to you. I can be a real nice guy, or it's all up to you. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Ugh. Ugh.
of me is Tyree Demigod Sneed. It's that simple. That's the way the cookie crumbles. All right. Give me a minute. I'll be back. We'll probably do another live right now. Hold up. All right. Easy.